Hey everybody, I'm Ben from Natchez TV, and we're going to do a webinar here with Donald Graham from Safe Pro Guard for inspectors. We want to stay safe when we are using ladders. According to the International Standards of Practice for Home Inspectors, we're not required to get up on any roof surface, even if it's a 10-foot high flat roof, not required, but many of us do. So I used to carry 40-foot aluminum, 28-foot fiberglass, all the way down to a 12-foot aluminum, just to get up there. And it's dangerous. When you leave the earth, even if it's just a step on a ladder, you have to be very aware of your surroundings and what you're doing, and be safe all the time because you want to get back home. So in just a moment here, Donald will give us a presentation and talk about ladder safety and his product. And but before that, I want to make sure that you can all hear us. So I know you're registered and live online at Natchez TV, and that is nachi.tv. And there's the logo there, old-fashioned TV with the rabbit ears. And that's where we have free live interactive webinars every month. Sometimes we have a special guest like Donald today, and sometimes we have home inspectors joining us. And Donald is one of the best vendors of the inspection industry because he's focused on keeping us safe, especially when we're doing something crazy like stepping on a ladder. So thank you, Jacques. I appreciate it. You could hear us. And one more thing before we have Donald present, I want to make sure that you all know about our upcoming convention. We're holding it in October 2020. It's International's 2020 Professional Inspectors Convention, and it's in Ontario, California, not Ontario, Canada. Ontario, California is a little bit east of Los Angeles, and it is a fantastic, beautiful place. We have a huge, big convention site. It is going to be gorgeous. It holds thousands of people. We're going to feed you breakfast and lunch on us, and we're just going to have a great, wonderful time. All the best vendors of the inspection industry are going to be there, and we have a huge lineup of really great presenters. So if you're interested, save the date. And that's in October 2020, Ontario, California, and it should be a really good time. So let's see. I'm looking, and we're live on Facebook, and the GoToWebinar system is working. And so today we have a special guest, Donald Graham from the Easy Ladder Guardian company. He has Safe Pro Guards for home inspectors. He's going to explain what all that is for us. There are products out there that we can use to keep us safe while we're using a ladder and doing crazy things like getting up on a roof. Again, standards of practice, you're not required to, but if you're going to, I want you to stay safe and come back home. So let's see. I'm going to give Donald. Do you have control?
I do.
Awesome.
You hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks very much for this invitation. I really do appreciate it. I've got some information here to go over with you, and some statistics, and then I'll get into my story and tell you a little bit about my why I'm doing what I'm doing today. But first off, they say you need to know somebody before you can really understand them, and today I'm things that I do. I'm a project manager with a roofing company here in Denver, Colorado. I am a Hague certified roof inspector. My former life, I was an insurance adjuster, and I currently do umpiring for insurance companies. And I just recently acquired my FAA 107 for my drone pilot's license. So I do a lot of droning when I get out there. My whole goal in all this is just to be as safe as we can in everything we do. And from one job to the next, one property to the next property, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same or the same approach. We need to take everything differently. You guys all understand that. Um, so my background starts, I guess, in 1986 on July 2nd. I wasn't working outside the property. I was actually working inside, doing some tenant finish work. I'm walking on stilts when I had taken a fall. I tripped and went head over first and tried catching myself and blacked out, had a concussion. When I woke up, I was on my back, and my tool belt had been taken off, and my arms were going in different directions. It was pretty excruciating. Meant just thinking about what had happened that day. Um, After getting to the hospital and being sedated and being somewhat put back together, on July 3rd, the doctor walked into my room and told me they're going to prep me for surgery and that they're going to amputate my left arm. That was a shocker and something we spent a lot of time talking about. He did told me that if they were able to save it, they would, but I would be back in 6 months to have my arm fused. And I said, great, give me the 6 months. And they did. So today I have both arms. Neither one's fused. I have limited use of my left arm, but I have a left arm, and that I'm so grateful for. And if it wasn't for that day back in 1986, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here talking to you. I doubt very seriously if I would have ever come up with the idea to introduce to you the tool that I invented, the Easy Ladder Guardian. And so fast forward, about see, this is 2019, so I say sometime around 2008 or 2009. It's been about 10 years now. I was on a roof with an adjuster, and we had to do a double ladder pull. And if you guys don't know what that is, when we're looking at a house and it's kind of like a stair step where you've got a roof, a head wall, and your next roof up. We put a ladder up there, and I was holding the ladder. We both made it up okay. It's coming down. The ladder kicked out, and I took the fall was only 4 foot, but that 4 feet is enough to wake to startle you once again. And after that episode that day, I just sat down and I said, "There's got to be a way that we can make this safer." And that was kind of the beginning of my thoughts and how I could design something that would stabilize as ladders. So this is a tool that actually sits in the gutter. Let's see, I am on my website, aren't I?
Let's see. We don't see your website.
You don't?
You need to share.
Okay.
So I can take back the control again and then give it back to you and see if that works again.
Okay. All right.
All right. So let me make you the presenter. And there, something should pop up on your side.
Show my screen when ready. Okay.
Yep.
All right. There we go.
There you go. Yep. And I see your website, safeprogard.com.
Okay. So there's a lot of videos we have on here. So let me go back up here. This one right here, it's a good video to watch, but it's kind of lengthy. I think I've got some shorter videos on here that's not as, I think it's about 3 minutes long, if I remember right. Yeah, this is quite interesting. This interview with Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank. August of 13, I was able to. That's the year I filed my patent, and I met Damon John from Shark Tank, and then in 2016, after I had received my patent, I was able to sit down and have a good talk with. We talked with Kevin Harrington out in Las Vegas. But let's look at this one. This is one I use. I think it's pretty good. I'll just hush up.
So Donald?
Yes.
The audio isn't coming through. So maybe you could
It's
talk
not.
over the video. So if you could go back and explain what that bottom part was, and that
Okay.
it was wrapping around the gutters
I will
nails.
do that. Yeah, I'm going to turn this volume down so I can hear myself talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where we actually attach it to the gutter. We have a safety strap here that we want to get around one hanger, if anything, if not, get it to two. And then you just simply put your, you kind of have your ladder close to where you need the angle, 75 degree, and then you just kind of lock it in place and slide your ladder right down into it. That
Okay,
gives
so
you,
pause right there. So how long is that pipe? And how
okay.
heavy?
Yeah, that's interesting. You said that. I was going to go back and talk to you. This is actually what we're looking at here. This is the second generation that we did. This was a 4-footer. Since then, we've compressed this all down to a 2-foot. So we now have a 2-foot leg. Then we have 2-foot sections that go with it. We have 3 of them. So the extension is between 2-foot and 10-foot now. So when the generation 3 is the design, the way you use it is all the same. It's just that it's compressed down to a 2-foot instead of a 4-foot. Does that answer your question for you?
Yeah, and the bottom is inserted into the gutter
Yes.
and
Yep.
strapped around the gutter fasteners.
Yes, we do that around the gutter fasteners there, right there. And the reason for that is we want to secure it to the gutter so that the head, this is what we call the foot right here. The foot sits in the gutter, but when you're climbing the ladder, should you accidentally step on the head or move it, it's not going to pop out of the gutter on you. So we want to be sure and strap that in when we're using it. Now, a question that comes up a lot is how much. What about the gutters? You know, are they securable? This actually puts 4 pounds of pressure on the gutters. Believe it or not, that's all it does. Your weight never changes. It comes straight down the ladder, and so when you're climbing this, we're putting about 4 pounds of pressure on the gutter. Water weighs 8 pounds per gallon, so we're less than a gallon of water. And you can get up there, you know, my Ellie here that's demonstrating that, bouncing up and down on it. We have 100% money back guarantee that if you don't like it, send it back. I will give you your money back.
Excellent.
And and then I also have another guarantee that if you take pictures of that gutter before, during, and after, and if we damage the gutters, we'll buy new gutters for you. I've never yet replaced any gutters, and I've never yet had anyone return the product. So that's this also has a ground application to it too. When I first came up with the idea, and helping those who climb ladders, and doing the double ladder pulls and whatnot, that's what this was designed for, and that's what the patents are intended, and that's what they say in language in the 2 patents that I have. But since then, we have talked to, we've kind of like, wow, this works on the ground too. If you've got a 30-foot ladder or something, you've got to get up and it starts looking a little wobbly on you a little bit. You can use this on the ground application and just put a board, a 2-by behind it, and put some stakes in the ground or something like that to push up against it. If that's what if that makes you feel safe, then by all means, think outside the box a little bit and do that. So that's what I have for you.
That's excellent. That is an excellent product. And what is the website address where our members can go and check out your products and your videos?
SafeProGuard.com.
SafeProGuard, that's GUARD.com.
Correct. And we have, we're I just had a brain fart.
It's okay.
I don't know what I was very close to say.
I've got a question. What is the price of your product?
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's $198. And what I'm going to offer here to the inspectors, we'll give you, let's say we'll give you 10% off on your purchase if you guide it. I don't have a code or anything. We can probably set a code up, or I can If you just give me a call, we can do it over the phone, but I'll make sure you guys get a 10% discount on that. And so my phone number, or my email is don@safeproguard.com. My phone number is 303-523-6571. That's my cell phone. And I'm usually in a position to answer it, but if not, you can leave me a message or you can text me.
I really appreciate that. That's for Internet members, the 10% discount. And on your website, I can see a contact us page. So we have all your contact information right there.
Yep, you can do all that too.
I really appreciate it, Don. Is there any questions that anybody has on Facebook or through the GoToWebinar system? You can ask it and type it in right now before we say goodbye to Don.
I would like to say this.
Yeah.
A lot of the building inspectors are now requiring this in Douglas County here in Colorado. Douglas County will not get on a roof no longer if that ladder is not secured properly. And one other thing I'd like to say is with the ladders on here, statistically wise, when I start off, and I should have done this a little bit, I just say, if you guys just take a moment, close your eyes, and think back to about the age of 10 years old when you're out playing ball, throwing the frisbee, and it gets stuck up on the roof. What do? You run in the garage, you grab the ladder, you bring the ladder out, you get up on the roof, pull the ball down, jump back down, put the ladder away, and now we call ourselves a what? Expert ladder climber. That's our training. That's been our training on how to climb ladders. And today we have 300 deaths a year, and 80% of all construction accidents are ladder related. This ladder is nothing to take lightly. It's very serious when we're talking about using a ladder and using it properly and getting it set up properly. So I do a lot of public speaking. I do a lot of safety training, and I'm more than happy if you want to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to come and we can talk about that and what opportunities there are for you, maybe your team, company.
That'd be great.
If we, I have a lot of times when I'm at like trade shows or something, I've had a lot of people come up to me and say that this tool has saved their life. They know that for a fact, that they wouldn't be here today if they hadn't been using this. So I really encourage you doing that. I guess that's what I've got to say right now, unless something else pops in my head.
Jacques from Canada asked, will you ship it to Canada?
Absolutely. We have done that several times.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I would love to see you at our upcoming convention. Have a really big room for you, do a presentation on ladder safety. That would be fabulous. Fabulous.
Let's talk about it.
All right. I'll pay for the air flight and everything if you come out.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. We'll do that.
Thanks, Donald. All right, everybody. So thanks everybody for being on Nachi TV. I appreciate it. Donald, thank you so much. Everybody, Internachi members get 10% off on this ladder safety device that Donald Graham has invented. It's the Easy Ladder Guardian. I think it's fantastic. And it looks very easy to use and portable, and it makes a lot of sense. So Donald, again, thank you very much. And I'll see you later, and I'll talk to you later. And bye, everybody. I'll see you on the next webinar. Thanks, Donald.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.